It's one thing to put yourself at risk, but it's another to put somebody else at risk. It's got to be a COVID feast, hopefully. Oh, well, kids can't get it. Oh, but their dads could. Huh. If they get it, well, God probably wants them to die if they die from it anyways, right? Right? Is it God's will? I don't think so. I don't think it is. They don't even care about the health and safety of themselves. They're just living in the here and the now. So it makes me wonder if when they have intercourse, if they're just YOLO, you know, and that's why I say hopefully they don't treat STDs the same way they treat COVID, you know, like it's a hoax. I want to ask you something. Now, if you don't feel comfortable answering this, that's fine. That's your choice. But I'm going to ask you anyways. Have you ever ridden any form of public transportation? Have you ever ridden a bus? Have you ever gotten a Lyft or an Uber or ridden in a taxi? My guess is you probably have. And most people have. It's totally normal. And if you haven't, well, not that you aren't normal, but I'm guessing you have ridden in somebody's vehicle, right? You've had somebody drive you somewhere, you've ridden in your friend's car or whatever, right? And these days it can be kind of scary riding with somebody you don't know. One, they could be a psychopath. I mean, God only knows what could happen, and I've never actually taken a Lyft or an Uber, but I have been in a taxi before, and, you know, I've ridden the bus, so, and carpooled, whatever. But actually, there was this one time I did get into, we're not going to talk about that. That's a pretty scary thing because you're getting into a vehicle with somebody you don't know, especially like an Uber or whatever, or a taxi. And I mean, even when you're riding the public transit, whatever, it's still somebody you don't know, but there's usually multiple people on the bus. So it's, you know, it's kind of like a public setting. But anyways, these days it's scary for another whole reason. It's because of COVID. Nobody wants to get COVID. Well, I guess there are a lot of people who do want to get it, and they're not wearing masks. They're like, hey, buffet for COVID, come and get me. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. I've got a story for you guys. Well, it's not my story, but it's a story. Welcome back, freaks. If you are new here, my name is Whitney. And if you are not new here, I am still Whitney. I follow now this, whatever. Okay, so there's this video that I started watching, and it's, you guessed it, an Uber driver with some passengers. Well, I guess they wouldn't be called passengers. They would be called backseaters. I don't know. You could still call them passengers, I'm sure. Whatever. Anyways, so this dude driving the Uber is telling this girl to put on her mask. Oh, and from this post on Now This, people were posting her Instagram and stuff. She actually posted this on her own Instagram. Okay, so first we're gonna watch the one that Now This posted, okay? This Uber driver was assaulted by his passengers after one of them allegedly refused to wear a mask. Okay, so it looks like this guy has a camera, a dash cam in his vehicle, which, I mean, it's great that he does because, hello, look at these girls.
And I got corona. Yeah, what's up? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
So she just took his phone. They broke his mask. Granted, it's one of the disposable ones, but still, what the heck? This dude's driving people around in a pandemic. trying to make some extra cash, or this is the only cash he's getting because a lot of people have lost their jobs because of the pandemic. And he's trying to be safe, trying to keep himself and his other passengers, everybody else he has in the vehicle. He's trying to keep everybody safe. And that girl just broke his mask.
Yeah, now you about to get beat the up. Now you about to get beat the up. What's up?
You don't talk to my property.
I don't give
You don't buy it.
I don't give
About it.
And they're like, oh, you're about to get beat up. Okay, so to me, that is threatening. That's threatening language, okay? They're telling him that they're gonna beat him up or whatever. And she touched his face, pulled off his mask, and reached for his phone, took his phone, and is screaming in his face. And they're all three doing it.
You work hard for it.
in the middle of nowhere.
God. So she's like, you're trying to drop us off in the middle of nowhere. I can't really tell in the vehicle, but it seems like it's daylight. It seems like there's some sort of a building in the background or something. It doesn't exactly look like the middle of nowhere. I don't know. I'm guessing her and my definitions of the middle of nowhere are completely different, because literally when I think of the middle of nowhere, I'm thinking basically like a desert. No cell service, nothing. Probably a dirt road, nobody around, nothing, no one, nothing. It doesn't look like that here, but I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Let's see.
Go. Did it like this?
Take us out in the middle of the thing. Are you stupid? How do we have to do something?
Did I do-
Are you stupid? Let's see. He was trying to wear a mask. He was wearing a mask. You, on the other hand, young lady, you're not wearing a mask. So you should be asking yourself if you're stupid.
Did I told you to get out in the gas station?
Oh, okay. He just said, I told you to get out at the gas station and you didn't. And I don't know. Maybe he just decided to drive off or something. I don't know. For some reason, these girls didn't get out of the vehicle when he told them to get out. And I guess he was just like, all right. I'm thinking he's probably just like, all right, fine, whatever. I'll keep driving them around. And they kept being just horrible people. And so he's like, all right, nope, that's it. You're getting out. I'm wondering if it's like a crosswalk type of area or what. But is that in the middle of nowhere? Is that what she means? Like, still, it's not the middle of nowhere. Oh man, I'll try to say his name. Subhakar Kadaka shared a now viral 43-second video clip of the incident, which occurred on March 7th in San Francisco, California. In San Francisco, California of all places, where they have a mask mandate because there's so many people. And they're actually supposedly trying to stop it by wearing masks. Well, clearly, these girls aren't. These girls really love COVID and want to spread it. I hope they're not the same way about STDs. Kadaka says he ended the ride early because not all of the passengers were wearing masks. The passengers reacted by verbally abusing Kadaka. One of them coughed on him, pulled his mask off, and snatched his cell phone. Mr. Kadaka had every right to end the car ride there. I mean, they're being disrespectful right off the bat. Like, we're in a pandemic. all he did was ask them to put their masks on and say like, hey, you need to put your mask on or I'm not going to take you anywhere, whatever. Like you have to get out if you're not. And they're like freaking out. So, oh my God, he's trying to make me wear a mask. It's ridiculous. One, that's his vehicle, okay? He's driving you around. His vehicle, his rules, all right? Here's the thing. What he was asking them to do was not crossing the line at all. He had every right to do that. And it's not like he was asking them to take off their masks or something else or whatever, or talking inappropriately to them and whatnot. He was asking them to put their masks on. Now, if he was telling them to take their masks off, well, if they were wearing masks, then that would be another story. I feel like that would be pretty messed up. But I can totally see people doing that, being like, you're in my car, you're going to follow my rules, and you're going to take off that mask because you're not sheep in my car. Now, tell me, where do you want me to drive to? What do you want me to do? Yeah? Okay. So, yeah. The audacity of these girls. Like, really? First off, they have no respect towards any of the people who have passed away from COVID, or any respect for the families who have lost people they loved from COVID. And they have no respect for people who are suffering from COVID. That sounded weird. Anyways, they have no respect for this guy or anybody else for that matter, because clearly they're not wearing masks. They don't care about his safety and health. They don't care about anybody else. They don't even care about the health and safety of themselves. They're just living in the here and the now. So it makes me wonder if when they have intercourse, if they're just YOLO, and that's why I say hopefully they don't treat STDs the same way they treat COVID, like it's a hoax. I might just start making that assumption that those who don't wear masks often don't wash their hands after they use the bathroom, probably don't brush their teeth too often, maybe just, when they feel like it. I'm guessing they never have safe sex, which, I mean, you do you, but it's one thing to put yourself at risk, but it's another to put somebody else at risk. And that's the thing about STDs, and the same with COVID. Not wearing a condom and you're sleeping around with a bunch of people, not wearing a mask and you're interacting with a bunch of people, things are going to spread either way, okay? So if you can't wear a mask that's because it's uncomfortable, my guess is that you're going to say a condom feels uncomfortable, whether you're the guy or the girl. It's not natural or whatever, but and spreading STDs and becoming sick or getting some disease is natural. That's okay. I mean, what? And that the people who, most likely the people who are sleeping around, aren't telling anybody else that, hey, I'm sleeping around with a bunch of other people too. You know what I mean? So, and I'll tell you what, I've got a lot of family like this, not that sleeps around or what. Well, I don't know. That's their business. But I've got a lot of family who, family, I say lightly, who likes to not wear masks. All right? On both sides. Both sides. How lucky did I get, right? Sorry, but I mean, I highly doubt they're even watching this anyways. Like, I mean, so yeah. Yeah, they don't like wearing masks. Oh, we haven't been around anybody. We always wear our masks everywhere we go, of course. And the only places we ever go are to the doctor and to the grocery store. This was said at the beginning of the pandemic and is still being said while they're posting pictures all over Facebook and have been from the start of the pandemic, being in public places with a bunch of other people. Like, let's go to the lake and have a get together. Hey, let's go to the pool, guys. Oh, school dance. Yeah, daddy-daughter dance. Yes. It's got to be a COVID feast, hopefully. Oh, well, kids can't get it. Oh, but their dads could. Huh. Little girls don't need any dad, right? If they get it, well, God probably wants them to die if they die from it anyways, right? Right? Is it God's will? I don't think so. I don't think it is, because guess what? God gave us masks, okay? Right? It's like that whole joke when God's like, or when on The Pursuit of Happiness, he's like, this guy's drowning in the ocean and this boat comes by and he's like, hey man, you need some help? And he's like, oh no, thank you. God will save me. And then another boat comes by. He's like, no, I got this. God will save me. And he ends up drowning. And when he gets to heaven, he's like, God, why didn't you save me? And God's like, you idiot. I sent boats to rescue you. You know, sometimes they say God works in mysterious ways. Sometimes, yes, but sometimes God's pretty straightforward and like, I mean, if you can't see that, then you got other things that you need to work on. Okay? Whew. That was a big rant there, but let's just continue watching this. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of trying a new thing where I'm not going to edit as much, and we're just kind of going on my little rants. We'll see. See how you like it. You guys let me know, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. Caracas says that when they left the car, one rider pepper sprayed him through the passenger window. Wow. I mean, all right. I would be very upset if I had gotten an Uber or whatever and they were kicking me out of their vehicle before I even got to my stop. Now, I'm trying to think. Let's do this with modesty or whatever, you know, like let's say I'm wearing a tank top and shorts, right? And they want me to cover up. Well, okay, first of all, if I'm just in a tank top and shorts, I'm imagining that it's summer and it's probably pretty hot out, and then I probably don't have clothes to cover up with. But even if these girls didn't have a mask, all you have to do, you know, it's not that hard. Actually, it's not hard at all. So, it's ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure that if somebody who was driving me around was well, wait a minute. I'm wondering when he told these girls to put on their masks, or did they just, I wonder if they had their masks on and if they got into the car, they took them off and as he started driving. I'm going to guess that's it, because I think he probably would have told them to get out if they didn't put them on. So maybe they were, one girl's kind of wearing it, the other girl is wearing a kinda, yeah, and then the other girl, not at all. Karaka, who is a Nepalese immigrant, says he believes the harassment was racially motivated. If I was another complexion, I would have not gotten that treatment from them. The moment I opened my mouth to speak, they realized I'm not one of them, so it's easy for them to intimidate me. Okay. He's got an accent, so okay. The writer who coughed on Karaka and ripped his mask off also shared video recordings of the ride on her Instagram. In the footage, one writer can be heard accusing Karaka of dropping them off on the highway instead of their intended destination. On the highway? Is he really like just dropping them off on the highway? It looks like they're in a city, so if he's dropping them off, it's probably, I'm guessing, like, would be at a stoplight, in which I would kind of be like, what the heck? But where they have like a crosswalk or something, that's what I'm assuming. I understand him not driving them to their destination. The same writer also said in an Instagram live that coughing on Karaka was disrespectful, but they still stood by their actions that day. What the heck? Why? I mean, I understand being upset and angry, but that was at all not okay. And this is what I don't understand, okay? People who don't like wearing masks, this is what I'm assuming, and clearly from this video, maybe they do like coughing on people and sneezing on them and breathing on them, and like people coughing and sneezing and breathing all over them. I don't know. People are into fetishes and whatnot. So honestly, I really like that people are wearing masks. I have not gotten coughed on or sneezed on in like, well, okay, Felix sneezed on me, but he's a cat and they don't make masks for cats. And I don't think that animals I don't think they get COVID. Anyways, for the record, my cats socially distance, especially Maggie. She hates socializing. And they're usually quarantined, so yeah. Anyways, now I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, they stand by their actions. That's pretty crazy. So Mr. Karaka, I'm so sorry. Like, I know I'm probably saying his name wrong. Thinks that it's racially motivated, which, you know, my first initial thought was, and this is, you know, I feel like this is kind of bad, where I was like trying to look and I was like, are they white? I do know it doesn't matter what color you are. There's always going to be racist people. However, I'm not saying that all white people are racist, because clearly they're not. I'm just saying that quite a few are, and when the white race is ahead in America, oh my God, let's not bring up Oprah and Beyonce. If you cannot understand that still, then you just don't want to understand. That's why I'm saying, because if the white people are at the top and they can get away with a lot of this racism, which, I mean, we've seen, and I mean, everybody who's not white, you guys know the most, right? It's not fair. That's why my first initial thought was, are they white? I know our country has an issue with immigrants. Funny enough, nobody seems to have an issue with white immigrants coming from Scotland or Canada or Ireland or Australia. No. Doesn't that kind of tell you that it's not immigration related? It is race. It's ridiculous. I'm thinking that this was not racially motivated, and I'm just saying that because of all the anti-maskers I see from where I live, and everything about the anti-maskers and how much they hate it. So I don't think that was racially motivated. But it very well could be. I think, well, he said as soon as they heard him speak, they noticed he was an immigrant. And, which, you know, it doesn't matter if you have a certain accent or not. There are just people who are, their family members have that accent. And so growing up around them, even if they're born in the U.S., they're going to have that accent too, most likely. So you can't just assume off of an accent. Or like some kids, they watch Peppa Pig too much and they start getting that accent. So yeah. As soon as they noticed his accent, that's when it started getting messed up. So I'm wondering if that's when they took off their masks then. And if that's the case, then yes, I'm guessing it is very much so racially motivated. And honestly, it could very easily be both racially motivated and anti-mask motivated. Uber has permanently banned the rider who ripped off Karaka's mask. Well, I should hope so. This behavior is completely unacceptable, goes against our community guidelines. Our team has investigated this situation and removed the rider's access to the Uber platform. Lyft, although not the rider-shared service, has also banned the rider involved. Well, good. That's good. I think that's a very great decision. Although this incident did not involve the Lyft platform, the unacceptable treatment of the driver in this video compelled us to permanently remove the rider. I mean, after she gets banned from Uber, guess who she's going to? We all know it's Lyft. And after she gets banned from there, which she's banned from now, my guess is she's going to use, well, I don't know if she'll use the bus. She seems like she's too good to use the bus. So she'll maybe try to use a taxi service. So when she gets banned from the taxi service, she'll try to use the bus and she'll be banned from the bus. That's kind of funny. What if it just was like a stair-stepping effect and it's just like, nope, let's ban her from the, yeah, that's how she'll treat our drivers. Nope, we're just gonna, no. From the Lyft community. Driving in a pandemic is not easy. Please wear a mask, respect one another, be good citizens or whatever. Through a GoFundMe, people, oh my God, what the heck? What did they do to his car? People they've made like a GoFundMe to repair damage to his car and cover living expenses. Wow, this is crazy. Oh my God, why he recuperates from the incident. Subkahar's family isn't with him right now and is overseas. He's worked hard through the pandemic and the situation isn't anything he's ever experienced. Oh, well, that's really good that this is, hey boys, stop. Sorry guys, that's really good that he hasn't experienced this before. He didn't ask for a GoFundMe, I'm sure he didn't, but instead has graciously accepted support. As you can imagine, this was a horrible experience, but also a tremendously loving and supporting one because we are all coming together to help. So I completely understand where he's coming from. When bad things happen, people show their real sides. And I mean, I'm sure I know for a fact that there are a lot of people who, boys, come on. Sorry, you guys. I know for a fact that there are a lot of people who don't exactly like who I am these days. And you know what? There's a lot of time where I have issues with who I am too. So, but it's not because of the same reasons. Well, sometimes it might be. On March 9th, the San Fran Sisco Police Department said its robbery unit is investigating the incident. Alright, so now let's go to her page. Okay, so here's the caption. He could have literally just waited for our new Uber to show up, but he had to make it complicated. It's like he wanted to go viral.
Don't nobody here. Take us to our house where we paid for to go. We got a
I don't have
mask.
that trip anymore. It is canceled.
Okay, well that sucks for you because
Yes, I told you I requested another one, but you're gonna wait until it comes, or else we're going with you home. Period. And you don't want me to know where you
So
live.
I'm confirming it last time. I'm going home. You are free to get out of my car.
Why we just not here? We just ordered
You're
another
free
Uber.
to get out of my car.
I'm about to
Don't
call
waste
the
my
police.
time. Don't waste my time.
Okay, so I totally get, you know, being upset because they paid for the ride. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by my lip oil. So I totally get that. They paid for it, but just because you paid for something does not mean you get to harass the person who is performing the task that you paid for. If this was a completely different issue and he was just telling them to get out, then they could have just disputed it with Uber or whatever. It appears that they said that they had called for or ordered a new Uber. I don't know how you're supposed to say that, but yeah, so there's really no reason they needed to sit inside of this guy's car and wait for a new Uber to come. Like, they're not in the middle of nowhere. They're not. No matter how many times she says it, they aren't. The thing it said beer and wine across the street or whatever, it looked like it's a nice day. It's clearly there's not a blizzard outside or anything. It might be a little chilly. Wait, it's California. They could totally be walking. Well, depending on how far away they live. But it's such a nice day and it's not fair. Well, there's a lot in life that's not fair. But, you know, this is a first world problem and I shouldn't be talking. So let's watch her next one. The caption says, he yelled at us aggressively minutes before I started recording. Then once I started recording, he began to joke around, talking about he was going home and that we could go with him.
I'm going home
You going home?
if you don't get out.
Okay, cool. You gonna kidnap us?
No, you're free to get out. I have a camera right
We
here.
got one too. We already
Okay.
recording you.
I've been recording you since you started
No,
yelling
you
at
can
me
get
over
out,
nothing.
Please, please. I don't want to drive.
You
like
need to
that.
take us to our destination. We don't know where we're at.
We don't know where we're at. What? Like you have never gone into a store or a gas station and been like, this sounds bad, but been like, where am I? I mean, like I get lost a lot, so it's just, it's become a part of my daily routine. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. Anyways, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm assuming they've got mobile data if they're able to use Uber, right? They're able to use the phone app to do the Uber, whatever, right? So, hello, Google Maps. And if you didn't know about Google Maps, surely you know that there are other maps that exist and that you can just internet search them, right? Or how about this? This one's a good one. This one is excellent. How about go to the settings in your phone and click turn on location. Voila. You know where you're at. Or, you know, you could just always call my stepdad and just tell him what you see and he'll know where you're at. He's amazing with directions.
I didn't take any money from
Like,
you.
what do you mean? We are not about to get out at a random gas station. We are young girls. What are you doing?
Please get out.
For real. We're not getting out. Take us to our house. We didn't come get dropped off at a gas station, sir.
You were
The
the
fuck
one
is
that
wrong
I
with
my
you?
fault, you know?
I got her a mask. What's the problem? No, I have a mask
you
now.
started talking all those.
Because you tried to
I
drop
really
us
want
off
that.
on the corner.
What did you think was going to happen when he asked you to wear a mask, put your mask on, you know? Did you think you would just be able to disrespect that? Probably, because that's probably how you've been treating other Uber drivers. This dude is like, nope, not having it. He's not joking about taking you guys home with him. He's saying, I'm going home, so you guys need to get out. I'm not taking you to your destination. You've got to figure that out. I'm driving my vehicle home, so you can get out and figure out another way to get home. Here's another thing. This girl is like, we are young girls. Whatever. Like, really? You're threatening him earlier, saying, oh, he's about to get beat up. And now you're like, oh, you can't let us out here. We don't know where we are. We're just young girls. Can't let us out at a gas station. Well, apparently he tried to drop you off by the corner of the road, but you didn't want that. So you figure drop you off at a gas station, but no. Wow. And you expect everybody to be on your side. This is just crazy.
I'm gonna give you a great review. I'm not getting out. You should have said that before we got in the car.
Get it out.
Get out.
That's crazy. You should have said that before we got in the car.
I'm gonna end this ride. I don't want to do a drive like this. Come on.
Fine.
No. No fine.
You should have said that before we got in the car.
Right. You pull off and
No,
go
you
down the
know.
block.
You need to know.
Say that. It's fine. We're staying in.
You can't stay. I'm going home.
Okay.
He's gonna get me irritated, bro.
Okay. So he's at a gas station, yeah.
Whether you're stuck with your friends or in the street for the road, we've got a great assortment of bicycle soda waiting for you inside.
He's saying he's going to end this ride. He doesn't want to get harassed from these girls. And I don't know. Apparently they should have told him that before he started the ride. I don't know. This is just ridiculous. The caption, he was literally trying to drop us off in the middle of nowhere. That is not okay at all. It's like, really? The middle of nowhere? It's a public location with lots of people around. What the heck do you mean the middle of nowhere? This girl is over-exaggerating. She is acting like he kicked them out of the car with a gun held to their heads, and he's kicking them out in the middle of nowhere at midnight where there are wild animals that are trying to eat them. Like, what? God. And all this because he insisted they wear masks, right? I can only imagine how these girls act when they're in the public restroom at like a Walmart or something, and they come out of the stalls and the other ladies are like, hey, you girls, aren't you gonna wash your hands? What do? They just freak out, start throwing punches? What? Do they start, I didn't wash my hands? I mean, I'm guessing so. Maybe the guy who was telling them to wear masks was being nice about it and was using COVID as an excuse. Maybe they had nasty breath, like they hadn't brushed their teeth in years. Maybe he was just being nice. The world doesn't revolve around that girl and her friends. There are billions of others in the world. They deserve to live. So my message to you, you young girls, whatever, get some manners, be respectful, and wear a freaking mask and wear it correctly, okay? It's not hard. Also, wash your hands and brush your teeth, okay? Another thing, all three of you owe this man a major apology. I'm hoping this guy pressed charges. He should get them for, well, at least the one girl, for assault. And she was attempting to take his phone away. So, I mean, stealing, so like theft. And they would not get out of his car. So after he told them, after he had ended the ride, you know, on the Uber, he's like, cancel, cancel. they wouldn't get out of the car. So I would say he could get them for trespassing as well. I mean, who does that? Well, these girls do. This just happened to be caught on camera, and I wonder if these girls' parents are, or guardians, or whoever, maybe their older sister or older brother is holding them accountable and being like, no, you don't act like that. I wonder if they still have their jobs. What if they got kicked out of school? Because you know what? I know when I was in high school and I was in NHS and stuff like that, if we were on the Mesa or whatever, or wherever, and we got into a fight with somebody or whatever, and it got back to the school and they heard about it, guess what? We were kicked off of that. So it's about representing your community also in a way. And you know, yeah, I don't always do things the right way. I have made a fool of myself. I have made a fool of others and those who love me and care about me. And we're not all perfect, but I mean, there's no excuse for that behavior of what they just did. All right, if you guys would like to see more videos like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button and let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Who are you riding with? Get it? It's kind of funny. I thought it was funny. Let me know your thoughts. Seriously, I would love to hear what you guys think about this. Do you agree with this girl, or do you think she was overreacting? What are your thoughts? Also, if there's other videos you would like me to talk about or react about, go ahead and put them down in the comments below, or you can send them to me on my Twitter or Instagram, and the links will be in the description box, okay? Oh, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and share it. Be safe, guys. Stay healthy. Remember, there are other people in this world, and we need to help keep them well and protected, right? So we got to have each other's backs. We got to protect our brothers and sisters, right? So stay safe. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, freaks. The same writer also said in an Instagram, I cannot talk, you guys. But the other thing is that he said, as soon as they noticed, yes, okay, I was just saying that. As soon as they noticed his mask. Hi, Prince. Do you want to say hi? Come here. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. Hi, Felix. You want to say hi now, too? Okay. Well, you know, you're probably, I mean, you find out who's actually there and who actually cares and who, stop it! Felix, stop smacking your brother. Felix and Prince. Boys, Felix, no. Fifi, stop hitting your brother. So she actually, sorry, I got distracted. Stop it, boys. Stop it! Sup, freaks? My name's Whitney. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Whitney. Oh my goodness sakes. No, Fifi. Okay, let me start over again. Take 2. Well, actually, it's more than 2 takes by now, but whatever. Hey guys, wait, I don't want to say hey guys. It's not, boys! Boys, come on. I'm trying to film. Boys, stop it. Go please. Oh my God. Okay, so now, guys, oh my gosh, so sorry. Boys, stop. Stop it, boys. God. And hang on, guys. My kitties are being naughty. I really need to turn my phone volume down when I'm recording. She won't do it because she's, well, there's a lot that's, I'll just have to show you, okay?